Welcome back to Pearl Media, where truth meets perspective. Today, we're diving into another classic Kevin Samuels moment. Let's get into
Have
it.
a marriage mind. What's it going to do? Hello?
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm 51.
What do you have for me on the topic?
I just wanted to ask a question. So, supposedly, I'm in the danger zone, but I would love to be married again. I listened to the young lady yesterday that was married to an older gentleman, and she wanted to get back with her, the other guy. And
You want to be married again?
yeah, I would like to
How
spend the
long were
rest
you
of my
married the
life.
first time? How long were you married the first time?
13 years.
When did you guys divorce?
1991. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. We got married in 1991. Around, it was like 2000, 2003, maybe 2002.
Okay. Who filed for divorce?
Um, he did,
Why?
because we separated. I left. We separated. We were separated for a couple of years, and we didn't reconcile. I didn't. He filed the paperwork first.
How many children do you have?
2,
And how old is the youngest?
10.
You had a child after the divorce?
I did.
And then you had a child in the marriage.
Yes, and he's 34.
Why do you want to get married with a 10-year-old?
Why would I want to be, not in a relationship or alone for the rest of my life?
Because you got a 10-year-old. Because you got a 10-year-old.
Well, that's part of the hesitation
No, well, that's on whose side?
on my side.
Okay, let's go back. You were married. You separated. You walked out of your marriage. You turn the camera the other way. The light's behind you.
Oh, I thought it was too dark.
Well, I can't see. Yeah. Okay, but you separated. You walked out of your marriage.
I did. Not for
Okay.
not for nothing, but go ahead.
You walked out. But see, whatever you walked out for wasn't big enough for you to go down and file those papers.
Correct.
So your husband, who you left, had to go ahead and formalize it. That's just a number. That's just what you told me.
That you're correct.
Then after that, as a woman in her 30s and 40s, you decided to get hot in the pants and have a baby at 39.
Well,
29.
Actually, let me correct you. I got married again.
Well,
So I wasn't hot in the pants. I had a baby by my second husband.
how long were you got? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll do it. How long were y'all married?
A few years.
What does that mean?
About 4 years.
What year did you get married?
Oh gosh, you're gonna make me think.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you think, grown woman.
Let me see. I got married in 2011.
And you got divorced when?
In 2015. Finalized 2015.
And who filed for divorce in that one?
I did.
Why?
We're on live. It's pretty graphic. I don't. It's something that happened. It was something that he
Okay.
did.
All right. Oh, okay. So you want to get married, but you're still looking for a stepfather of a 10-year-old.
So
That's what it is. That's what it is. Is it a boy or a girl?
it's a girl.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
Again, that's the
So
hesitation.
okay. So ma'am, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8",
Dress size?
10,
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
like 165.
All right. No disrespect intended, man, but you've been married twice. You walked out of a first marriage. What does
I
marriage
didn't
mean to you? Okay, that's just what happened. And what does marriage mean to you?
commitment, um, growing old with someone, friendship.
Okay, well, what did it mean to you? Okay, well, why didn't it mean that when you left your first marriage?
Because I was an ignorant child. Because I was ignorant. I was a child. I was immature. I got married when I was 19 years old and I was immature.
How old are you?
Now,
Mm-hmm.
51, 51.
Ma'am, you weren't 19 in 1991. You were
In
22.
21. I was 21 when I got married. I was
Okay.
19 when I
My
met him.
grandmother
So
was my grandmother
I'm
was
really bad.
my grandmother was 18 and she was married for 50 years.
That's true. A lot of women are get younger,
Okay,
but
so have
I'm
you been
telling
through
you
any
my
have you
perspective.
okay, have you ever been through any therapy?
I am in therapy right now, and this
Okay.
is the second year.
All right. So is your child's father in her life,
Yes,
active?
but no.
So, ma'am, you would be looking for a stepfather to a daughter who he's not active in her life, and the way you say you divorced for some horrific reasons, right? That's just
Yes,
the general. Have you got her any therapy?
yes, she is in therapy right now. We both are,
All right.
and it's been
I
consistent for
gotta
two
be
years.
honest. I gotta be honest, man. Why would someone want to sign up for that? Dealing with a woman who's in therapy
Okay,
for 2 years, a daughter that's in therapy for 2 years, you've been divorced twice. That's cool, but it's like, why? What's the upside for the man?
why wouldn't he? Um, I was going to
What?
ask the question.
What? What? Why wouldn't he?
Well, I'm going to answer. I was going to answer your question. I'm not talking about today. I'm not talking about today while my daughter is 10. I'm talking about maybe 4 years from now when
So when you're
she's
almost
a
60,
lot
so you want
older
to get you want to
and
get married
we
at almost
have.
60. You want to get married at almost 60. What's the upside of marrying an almost 60-year-old woman with a teenager? See, when you say why wouldn't he, that should have been the end of the conversation because from that standpoint, you've thought about nothing except what you want. You ain't out thinking about what you bring to the man. It's about what you want. I don't want to die alone together. You're looking for a
I'm not.
stepfather.
I'm not coming, and I'm not asking to come into a situation or a relationship asking a man to help me care for my child. I'm good, and I take care of my child on my own now. It's
Ma'am, he
for
is still
not
going to be
necessarily. It's
responsible. Hey, hold
for
on, no, 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 no. Don't overtalk. Don't overtalk me. You still looking for a stepfather, ma'am. I don't
who
care how
me.
financially set. Yes, a husband would be a stepfather to your
I'm
child.
not open. It's a delay.
I'm saying a husband would be a stepfather. Doesn't matter how financially well you are. 5 years from now, you would have a teenage daughter who is sprouting her womanhood, and you'd be 55. Let me tell you something. Looking at you versus him looking at your daughter, there's going to be a big difference in gravity. He ain't related to either one of you. You hear what I'm saying? And when I ask you, why would a man want to step into a situation to a woman you say that her daddy ain't involved in her life, so she has to have some therapy and everything else. You're in therapy. Okay, cool. But why would a man want to step into such a chaotic situation at the end of his life?
You want me to answer now?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would a man want to step into that at the end of his life?
I don't think that my life is chaotic. I think that over the years, I have definitely gotten to the point where we, I'm wow.
I'm telling you, as a 52-year-old man, as a 50-year-old woman, I'm like, you're 52, you're 51 with a 34 and a 10-year-old. You know what that means to me? I'm out the door. I want to hear shit else after that point. My ears are closed open. I'm not listening from my standpoint. I'm talking about it. Well, this is on your side, not on my side. But what I'm saying is, man, is you don't think it's chaotic because you're used to the chaos. You're talking about a man coming in to marry a woman who has you have a 15-year-old daughter, and he'd be a stepfather, and you haven't given any value proposition. I said, well, why not?
Chaos?
Shit.
What is chaotic
The
about
fact that he had
a child?
It ain't mine. It ain't his. Everything that comes along with having a child who can say, you know what, Mr. Jenkins looked at me some kind of way when you weren't there. Mr. Jenkins was smelling my underwear. Mr. Jenkins asked me that I want to go to the store with him. Y'all don't put yourself in the man's position. Why would a man who is in your age cohort want to get involved with a child, this teenager?
I'm not ignorant to any of what you're saying.
Then why you then you sitting here saying it's not chaotic, and you say it's not. You're saying it's not chaotic. It's not. This is not that. It's not. It's not. It damn sure doesn't sound like a winning situation. And this is what you ladies need to understand: when you become mothers late in life, and you're unmarried, you basically have signed yourself up to be alone. When you become a mother after age 40, actually after age 35, you have pretty much signed yourself up to go it alone. That's just the reality.
And I'm prepared to do that. That's what I have to do.
You got me on Bluetooth.
I'm prepared.
You got me on Bluetooth. That's why there's a delay. Take me on Bluetooth.
That's the only way.
No, you take me off Bluetooth. You take me off Bluetooth. That's not the only way. You take me off Bluetooth, put me on speaker. Well, see.
Hold on one second.
Let me talk to the audience. Because women get comfortable with their chaos. To them, it's like, well, I'm living in it, and my bills are paid, and this and that. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? That's your biological child. You picked her daddy. You chose that. This new man would have nothing going in this situation, all liability. And the fact that when I asked you, why would he want to do that? And you say, why not? So flippantly, I'm like, God damn, you haven't thought anything about the men. But that's what our generation was. They don't think about us. They just think about what they want. If you're prepared to go it alone, then this shouldn't bother you. All right. Sorry, man, your connection's bad.
Man, this one right here says it all. She's 51 years old, in the absolute danger zone, and talking about how she would like to be married again. The problem? She's already been married twice before. That's not a fresh start. That's not new hope. That's baggage. And not just a little baggage, that's a whole cargo plane full of history. And instead of doing the deep work to unpack all of that, she's still out here being selfish, thinking it's just gonna magically work out because she wants it to. Let's be honest, at 51, you're not in the prime of life for marriage. You don't have the leverage you once did. And if you've already been through 2 marriages, the odds of making a third one last are almost non-existent. That's not hate, that's math, that's facts, that's reality. Kevin tried to be respectful, but the truth is, she's in a chaotic situation. Therapy or not, you can hear it in her tone, scattered, defensive, all over the place. And marriage is not a therapy project. A man is not supposed to come in and be your rehab assignment. A husband is supposed to be a leader, a partner, and somebody you actually build a stable life with. The selfishness is the nail in the coffin. Because when a woman at this age is still saying me instead of we, she's already telling you she doesn't understand marriage. Marriage is sacrifice, cooperation, compromise, humility. But here she is acting like it's all about her feelings, her wants, her chaotic little world. That's a recipe for disaster. And let's keep it real. When you're 51, been married twice, and you're still chasing the idea of getting married again, what that tells me is you don't value marriage itself. You just value the image of being married. That's why the first two didn't work. That's why she's in therapy now. And that's why, unless she makes a drastic shift in mindset, number 3 isn't gonna last either. I'll say it plain. At her age, she should be focusing on peace, on stability, on being the best version of herself for her family and legacy. Not trying to jump back into another chaotic marriage cycle. Some people need to stop chasing what they want and start facing what they are.